I'm Christel and I promised you to do a sneak peek reading for 2021. Just a quick look for all the zodiac signs for the year 2021. I think after 2020 we certainly deserve to have a look into 2021. So I'm pulling up here an example of the reading. So I just drew these cards randomly just to explain it to you. So I'll be drawing two cards that explain you, your inner outer world. Then I'll have three basic cards and three other cards on top of that. I give you a few messages from the I Ching, from the Tao Oracle cards, and then I'll give you some messages from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck from Colette Baron Reed, and to finish off, one big card that is really representative of maybe the advice or the energy that you can use in 2021. So without further ado, I'm going to put the camera down and I'll start your reading. Hello Sagittarius, here to read for you a sneak peek as promised into 2021. And we're starting with you, your internal and external world in 2021, and the main cards. Okay, so we have Four of Cups, King of Cups, Two of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. This card has been coming out a lot, don't know why. I think it's about rebuilding as well. Knight of Pentacles, and then here on top of these it's the Strength card, good one. Page of Pentacles, okay, beautiful on that one, and the Five of Swords. So let's have a look. Four of Cups and King of Cups. King of Cups is the king that is creative, artistic, but also very much in charge of his emotional well-being. He is, look at this card, he is accompanied by a dog, you know, the loyal friend of human beings. There is the fish here jumping. There is a lot of control here, but control in an emotional way, in a good way. It's not a forceful king. It's a king that knows how to deal with people. So you're going to have that ability to deal with people in 2020. And you're going to do that as a king. I feel, you know, Sagittarius, this is sometimes a healer card. Not always, but sometimes it is. So it is helping people. I feel there is you helping others overcome the hardships, the challenges, the problems, the things that happened in 2020, you know, the whole overwhelming upset of COVID-19. You know, the Four of Cups can represent a little bit of being fed up. But I feel in this card, it's you maybe being fed up with the status quo, with the, you know, the normal social norms, the normal way society works. I feel that, you know, especially here with these cards and also this card and with the King of Cups. I feel you are, you know, in a way that things as they have functioned before in the past no longer function the same way. But you're willing to deal with that, and you're willing to help other people see that. I feel this is a bit you helping other people wake up from their slumber, and I think in a way 2020 has sort of shaken us, but some people are still not fully awake, not fully realizing that things really have to change in order for, you know, the world to go on and for humanity to go on. And I feel that you are here to help people see that. I think it's something that you really want to do, Sagittarius. You have this vision, you're a visionary as well. You know, Sagittarius has that, he's freedom oriented, but in this spread it feels like more like you're taking on the role of a leader to bring in the new message, because the status quo, you know, it's not going to work, and you know that. You've seen it. You've observed it. But you also have no idea yet. So let's say this card is early 2021, a transition. So transitioning from 2020 into 2021. When you start the year, and I don't see time as that, strictly delineated. But when you start a year, there is this feeling of you having no notion how you're going to do that, how you're going to be that leader, how you're going to deal with, being tired of that, the way the world works until now. I feel that you have no idea, but you're also willing to just sit and let solutions come to you, connect to your intuition, be blind, you don't see it clearly, but there's several options. Okay, there's the Two of Swords, but it's not limited to two options because there's also the Four of Cups. So there is more possibilities. Also here, the Eight of Pentacles tells me there's more possibilities, more ways to do the work here. And I feel that you have this inner strength, this inner calm, this inner pose, this inner calm that knows for sure that answers will come, but you're not forcing them out. You're not doing this aggressively, because you know that the changes that need to come, if you force people to make these changes, if you force people into new ideas, it's not going to work. So you being the leader can't be in a forceful way. It has to be in a kind, in a gentle way, like the King of Cups is. It has to be by helping people, by supporting people, by giving them new options. Here, the new options in the Four of Cups, but also, several possibilities, because what works for one to make changes may not work for somebody else, and you know that. And you have the strength to persist, to continue in the work you want to do, the change you want to be, the change you want to see, the change you want to bring forth. There is persistence, there is, not giving up. And there is also this doing in a gentle, kind, compassionate way. That's here. And here you're tinkering along, you're working on that, your vision. But it's not, as well that it's not going to come together just like that. It's not going to do, come on, I can't even snap my fingers anymore. No sound. Okay. So, but you're willing to work on it. You're willing to, to create for yourself, first and foremost, these new values that you're going to adhere to. Because, as a king, you have to be a role model. You have to be the shining example. If you don't do it, your new vision wants you to bring into the world, if you don't do it, if you don't do the hard work, nobody else is going to follow your example now, is it? So you have, leadership also means role model. And here you're working on it. You're dedicated to the hard work. Because there is a start here. The Page of Pentacles, I see the Pentacles here, Pentacles, and this Pentacle here of the Page of Pentacles. I see it more as, the new values starting to come in. You're planting seeds. You're planting little seeds here and there. So you're sharing your ideas with people. You're sharing, you're not only a student here, because usually a page can be somebody who's learning, but I feel that here it is you being an immature teacher a little bit, like you're starting to spread the word, the teachings, the ideas that you have to create this better world, to create this better environment. And this, when I say world, I mean, it sounds like very big, because usually you start in your own environment, and that means your family circle or your friend circle, or your smaller community. That's where you start. You can't change the whole world in a day. Don't even start to do that. But you can be a role model in your inner circle, your smaller community. It's there where you start. And that is this Page of Pentacles. I feel this is the smaller community where you are starting to bring in the values you're working on here, and which you show in yourself. And here, the Knight of Pentacles is like, a progression. So you have 8, Page, and then the Knight of Pentacles. So like here you're starting, here you're slowly, bringing it to maybe a wider community, but also getting a better feel or a more deeper way of spreading your values, really, and to show them to other people. You're looking ahead, you're also looking into the future. This Knight is looking ahead, he's looking into the future. So these things are not something that you're going to create this year. 2021 this is an ongoing process. It's going to take time. And then if 5 of Swords, I feel that sometimes there is, overwhelm from your side, but I feel it can also be, sometimes people opposing you, sometimes people not agreeing with you, and that brings you headaches. This is not going to be the smooth journey that you envision, but as long as you're a role model, as long as you lead, as long as you have the energy of this compassionate, kind, gentle king, you're okay. Now, 5 of Swords, there is a little bit of hiccups. There is some opposition, of course, and that is worrying you, that gives you a headache. But I think it's part of the journey. I think you're not going to let yourself be disillusioned by it. You're not going to let this card overwhelm other cards, because of course this card is really the only card that I feel is a little bit negative. The rest are beautiful cards. So I don't think this is going to be the main energy for you to let yourself lead by this card. You're not going to do that. So Sagittarius, let's see what the Tao Oracle cards have to say. So this is based on the I Ching, on the hexagrams of the I Ching. Now, these cards are in Dutch, and I always explain it like that. So I need the book with it, because they have very specific names in English, and the translation from Dutch to English is not, that straightforward or literal. So this one is 2. Number 2, hexagram 2, is an all feminine hexagram. There's all, you see these lines, that is what makes up the hexagram. And these 6 lines are all feminine yin lines. And it is the field in English, the receptive part. It's the part that supports, that is intuitive, that is dedicated, that nurtures. It's Mother Nature, so it's the feminine energy. It's the energy that provides, that makes things grow. So here, with that strength energy, which is also a woman, and in the Waite Tarot is also a woman, this is you persisting, because you can nurture, and you can bring whatever you want to bring, the message you want to bring. You can create it, you can make it grow, and you can, feed it to people, and have people grow by you spreading the message. So it's like you supporting these other people in their growth and in their change of values, in their change of the change that needs to happen, according to you, but probably also according to many people in the world. Now here it is, number 48. Just let me have a quick look. 48 is the well. Okay, this is beautiful. So the well is where you communicate, where you interact, where there's an underlying structure, a network, where you go in search of truth, where you get insights, and where you go to the bottom of things. And you see, I feel that here, when you do this work, when you start putting this pentacle in, this is where you start connecting to people, where you start to bring that message out. Here it's more still inner work. Here it's where you already start to bring it out, where you start sharing the values, but still working on them, but also planting them and saying to the people, look, isn't maybe this better? This well is where you also get your strength, but also where people can connect and come together with the same energy, but also with the same values. And then let's have a look at this card, which is literally it would be the turning point. Now let's see what 24 says in English. It's returning. So turning point, returning, it's renewal, it's a new cycle, it's returning to the beginning. It says energy and spirit return after a difficult time, renewal, rebirth, new hope. So yeah, the difficult time, and that can be represented also by this Five of Swords, really that we have passed a difficult time in 2020, but now we're turning things around, we're starting something new, we're being reborn, we're doing a fresh start, and we're bringing these values in more and more and more, so we can create this new community, this new world on a global level, but also your inner community change, other values being adhered to. Let's have a look here, Sagittarius, what these visions, and you being the visionary and the kind, compassionate king, what else? What else do you need to know? I'm pulling them randomly. Okay, the stag spirit, of course, is the king. It's you taking the lead. It says taking the lead. So the king is the role model, is the leader. And the crow spirit is co-create with spirit. I feel this is a lot of connection here to this well. The well where you get your energy, where you get your renewal. It's really, connecting to your soul. And maybe to soul of society. Crow spirit asks you to co-create with spirit. So I feel really that this crow spirit is, you listening to the well, to the messages of the deep inner soul, not only your own soul, but the deeper lying soul of earth, of humanity. It's reconnecting to that inner source that connects us all, and then you can create whatever you want to here. Now the last card I'm going to pull is one that is really the energy that's going to help you, or that you need to embody to help you through and to help you guide in 2021, which is acceptance. I unconditionally accept, cherish, and love myself just as I am. So I feel that accepting that things are not what you want them to be, but being okay with that. But then also being the leader, trying to change it, and then accepting that task, accepting that you're going to be that role model, and accepting that you can bring people together and share your values and be the turning point. But, accepting all the stages where you don't know where to go, where you start bringing out the message, and then when you further grow your message and grow your new values in the community, all these stages need to be accepted. And then when you accept that and yourself, it's going to be okay. So Sagittarius, that's it for 2021. Have a happy one. Give me a like, subscribe to my channel, or you can become on Patreon, a patron of mine, and then help me create more of these readings. Thank you very much for listening, and have a wonderful 2021 to start with.